What a lovely day! There's smoke wafting from a nearby forest fire, stinging the eyes. The snow just all melted, revealing all the dog poop that didn't get picked up over the winter. Ha! Plus, making everything muddy! And a neighbor didn't get their trash out to the curb in time for the garbage truck to pick it up, meaning it's been rotting here all week. There's only one thing that could possibly ruin such a glorious day!
Hi, Otto.
And there it is.
There what is, Otto?
Oh, I was just commenting on all the awful stuff happening, and that the only thing that could change all that stuff would be for Pastor Pat to show up.
I'm glad I could fulfill your wish.
I've got a wish I'd like you to fulfill.
What was that?
I said, oh, never mind. I should have realized you would come. It's like that old saying, speak of the angel and he shall appear.
Isn't it speak of the devil?
Potato, potato.
I think there's a pretty big difference between an angel and the devil.
Don't lecture me on all that spiritual stuff. I know all about it.
Really? I wouldn't have guessed.
My mom used to teach children's church, and my dad volunteered in the nursery.
Wait, really? Your mom and dad?
You didn't realize I had a mom and dad? What did you think? I just sprung out of the ground like a fungus?
No, but now that you bring that up as an option, I can picture it.
Actually, so can I. But of course not!
I guess I'm just shocked that your parents were involved in church. I thought you came from a whole family of grumps.
I do. Ma liked the headache the screaming kids gave her, and Dad loved all the dirty diapers.
That makes sense.
But they also really liked church for some reason.
Well, probably because it helped them to get to know God.
Did I say I wanted to know the reason?
I guess not.
Anyway, that's why I know all about angels and devils and God and all that spiritual stuff. My parents were godly grumps.
Are you okay?
No! Did you hear what I said? My parents were godly grumps. Chokes me up just thinking about it.
You mean it brings a tear to your eye?
That, and shame to my name, were supposed to be grumps. Godly and grump is not meant to go together.
I suppose not.
As much as I don't like opening up, I suppose I should have told you about them years ago.
So we could have a closer relationship?
So you'd leave me alone!
Why would knowing your parents love the Lord cause me to leave you alone?
Because you're always trying to get me to follow God and trust Jesus and garbage like that. If you'd known my parents already did that stuff, you'd stop worrying about me.
Why would that make any difference?
I'm covered, man! My parents did all the stuff. They went to church, they prayed, they even read their Bibles.
But what does that have to do with you?
Everything! Do I have to spell it out for you? They're good, I'm good.
That's not how it works.
What are you talking about? Of course it is. It's called genetics.
Genetics?
Genetics is when you inherit traits from your parents.
I know what genetics is. I just don't know what it has to do with this.
You see my glorious red skin?
Yeah?
My big, thick, black eyebrows?
Yeah?
My beautiful bat-like ears?
Yeah?
All from my parents.
I understand that,
Just
but
like I get my good looks from my parents, I get my relationship with God from them too.
that's the part that I don't understand.
What's not to understand? They're good, I'm good. As much as I don't like being good. Blah.
So you think that you've inherited your parents' relationship with God?
I've inherited everything else. Even this garbage can used to be theirs. Until I took it when they weren't looking.
Oh, we've been talking about Hezekiah in the book of 2 Kings in the Old Testament.
Good for you.
He was a godly king, even going beyond the things that other godly kings had done, including tearing down all the altars to false gods and destroying everything that was worshipped as idols by the people.
Good for him.
It was, but eventually, at the end of 2 Kings chapter 20, Hezekiah died.
Not as good for him.
His son, Manasseh, took over the kingdom. He was just 12 years old.
Wait, he became a king at 12 years old?
Yeah.
Wow. At 12 years old, I was just learning to eat my boogers.
Ew. You mean you were learning to stop eating your boogers?
No.
Double ew. Moving on. 2 Kings chapter 18 verse 5 says that Hezekiah trusted in the Lord, the God of Israel. There was no one like him among all the kings of Judah, either before him or after him. With that godly of a dad, what would you expect of Manasseh?
Obviously, he's going to be a godly king like his father.
Wrong.
What?
He's actually one of the ungodliest kings that Judah ever had. In 2 Kings chapter 21, we find out that he rebuilt all the altars and idols that his father had destroyed, even building altars to false gods in the temple itself. He led the people into wickedness. He killed a bunch of innocent people. He even sacrificed his own son.
Okay, that's bad, even for me.
That was bad for anybody. God said that he was worse than even the Amorites, who were so bad that God had driven them out of the land so that the Israelites could live in it instead.
Worst king ever.
Pretty much. But remember, his dad was pretty much the best king ever.
Wait, how's that work?
Because you don't inherit your parents' relationship with God. It's something that you have to have for yourself. Your parents can teach you about God and show you what a godly life looks like, but ultimately, it's up to you to decide to follow him. No one can make that choice for you.
What if they had me baptized?
You got wet.
What if they had me dedicated to the Lord as a baby and held me up in front of the whole church?
Everyone got to see a cute baby.
Or in my case, a scary baby.
You were a scary baby?
Ever see a newborn with teeth?
That is scary.
What if they took me to vacation Bible school or made me watch base camp videos? Blah.
Well, you would have learned about God, but it doesn't mean that you chose to follow him. Wait, your parents had you watch base camp videos when you were little? We haven't been making them that long.
I said, what if? You've got to pay more attention.
Right. Sorry.
So you're saying just because my parents followed God doesn't mean that I'm good with him? That I've got to make that decision myself?
Exactly.
Well, aren't you full of good news?
Well, it is good news because that means that God wants to have a relationship with you, not just with your parents.
Whatever. I knew you were going to ruin my bad day. While you're at it, why don't you give me a paper cut and pour lemon juice on it?
It's too bad that Otto is responding that way because it really is good news. God wants to have a relationship with each one of us individually, but we have to choose to allow him to for ourselves. We can't just rely on our parents or someone else's relationship with him for us. It's not up to our family, our pastor, or our church. It's up to us. Will you choose to follow God with your life? I'm Pastor Pat with Base Camp, a ministry of Summit Church in beautiful Bozeman, Montana. We have church every Sunday at 10 o'clock and would love to help you grow in your own personal relationship with God. We're also online at summitchurchmt.com and on Facebook and YouTube at Summit Church MT. Our children's ministry Facebook page is Base Camp Kids Min. Be sure to give us a like, comment, subscribe, and share. That helps us to be able to spread our channel to even more people so that they can learn about having a relationship with God for themselves. I'm Pastor Pat, and I'll see you next time. Bye!